Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Today we're going to be talking about pricing your Amazon products for maximum profits. Pricing strategy is something that I've played around with a lot over the last year, and I've realized just how crucial it is in increasing sales velocity and or decreasing sales velocity. Well, actually just or. You can't have both of those things. They are contradictory to each other. And how big of a role it plays with things like keeping you at the top of the page, how much profit you're making. It's all pricing for the most part. It's a big overlooked area of Amazon FBA, and I think we should dedicate a video to it. All right, let's get into it, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around, and let's get going. So I just searched camping, right? Just like super broad. Wouldn't sell anything on this page because we don't need to sell anything on this page. We're using it as an example. Wow, that's a pretty big kit. That's a pretty big kit for 65 bucks. That's not bad. Anyway, back to it. Pricing strategy. How do you increase profit with your pricing? Now, there's a lot of different things you could do with pricing. You can use it to rank your product. You can use it to stay ranked. You can use it to get re-ranked after you go out of stock. You can use it to increase sales before a holiday and run a lightning deal, and you could run coupons, and you can endlessly do it. But the biggest long-term thing that we should be focused on is maximizing profit. So what does that mean? Now, I think what people confuse here, almost everything I've heard about pricing strategy from others is maximizing that profit per unit. If I only sell one product a month and I have $100 profit on it and it's a 400% ROI, or I sell 400 products per month and it's a 103% ROI and it is 22% profit margin, which scenario did I make more money from? Which scenario did I make more profit from? Same product, right? Obviously the one where I sold 400 units at 21% profit and not whatever, what did I say, 400% profit. Profit per unit is the wrong focus, guys. What's overall more profitable for you? And this is where I'm here to encourage you to play around with your pricing more. I can't really tell you what your pricing should be. I don't have a secret equation for what's going to work best. I don't have some, voodoo, nothing voodoo going on here. This is just selling on Amazon, right? So when you're setting your price in the beginning, here's what I'll just lay out my pricing strategy for you. Say I'm selling this, well, that's ridiculous, $699. Something more realistic. Okay, camping lanterns, great. You know what? I like the survival kit. Let's do that. Survival kit, $65.99. Okay, so what are the competitors selling for? You should know your market average pricing, low, medium, and high, and then premium, like the back of your hand. Seriously, I mean that you should just know all that information. So if you don't, that's a good place to start. What does the market pricing look like? Who's selling where? And why are what are they buying most of? You get a good idea of what people are willing to pay and what is currently going on in the pricing realm of your area. So it's going to be different for everything. That's why I said I can't give you the secret number. And then when you go to launch your product, you should already have more value. You should already have better photography and better packaging and better branding. If you've been watching me for any time at all, you know that's kind of what I specify and I push really hard on is that aspect of Amazon. Like building a real brand, really presenting a high quality product, building a following for that product, doing it the right way, not cutting corners. Bring all of that in at the same price that the guy or girl who is selling a horrible version of that product is selling at. The medium market pricing, same price, no higher, no lower. They're selling at $19.99, sell at $19.99 or $18.99. Well, that's lower. And then with the better product, that should be enough to make up for it. So right away, at the average pricing in your market, that technically, if you have a really good product, should be enough to sell that product and get you ranked. That's where my pricing strategy starts. Now, how do we maximize profit over time? Because guess what? We have PPC spend and we have Amazon fees and things start coming out of that sales price. Before you know it, you go, oh, I actually sold $6,000 on Amazon this month, but I only made $200 or I'm negative $400. Like that's not what I was expecting. That's also your pricing. So from there, maybe you came in and you were like, I'm going to go premium. You sold 6,000, maybe that was 100 units at $65, $60, whatever. And then you go, well, what would happen if instead of a 40% margin or a 38% margin right now at $65, I went to $54.99. So I took $10 off, What happens to my sales? Well, if you only lose out on 10% of profit, but then you double your sales, you have now maximized profit. You have more profit because you sold more units, even though you sold them for less. That's what we were talking about in the beginning. You actually made more profit. One of the biggest things that I see people doing when they want more profit, it's so contradictory, and I don't know why people do this. It must be, kind of conditioned this way when you're learning this business model. Is they go, I'm going to spend more on ads. Why would spending more ever equal more profit? If anything, lower ad spend and then decrease price for the rank you already have. You already sell good there. You've now cut back an expense, and you've given the customer an even better reason to buy more of these units. That's maximizing profit. It's not starting 6 new campaigns. That's going to give you more into the negative, more into the red, right? PPC is kind of overhyped, I think. Use it as a tool to get ranked, and then in most cases, ease off. You don't need to keep pushing. A lot of these products don't have, 40 million market caps. There's not that much interest in a lot of these products. It's like, once you're at the top, you're there. Stop pushing so hard with that ad spend. Anything, cut it back. Anything that's not extremely profitable, stop going for it. Stop pushing for it. And that's kind of like, what are you telling me? Stop scaling my business? No. That's where more products come in. Maximize profit on each product along the way. At the end of the day, I want my Amazon FBA business to be profitable. I don't care about having the $20 million in sales. I want to have, if that's at 1% profit margin, I want to have $1 million in sales, but I want to just be sitting steady across the board after all expenses at 25% profit margin. And that sounds like a lot of people are like 25%, right? Well, how does $250,000 a year sound? It sounds great to me, right? Instead of like having $4 million in top line, oh, I feel cool, 4x your business, bro. But then you only made $100,000, right? What's up with that? Not only, I mean, it's still cool, but I would much rather have the first situation, right? Top line's one thing, profit's awesome. So use your pricing strategies to get yourself in a better position with your profit and maximize profit, not just profit per unit. If you take anything away from it, I'd much rather make $10 on a unit and then sell 400 of them than make $100 on a unit and sell 3 of them, right? I made $100 more in the other situation. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Later.